Children, today we will start our discussion from new chapter D and F block elements. So the elements which are present in D block of the periodic table are known as D block elements, and the elements which are present in F block of the periodic table are known as F block elements. So as you can see with the help of this periodic table, that D block elements are present from third group of the periodic table up to 12th group. So the elements which belongs to third to 12th group of the periodic table are known as D block elements, and these are present between the S block elements and P block elements. Okay students, whereas F block elements are present below of the main periodic table in the form of two series. So these F block elements are also known as inner transition elements, and these are divided in two series: lanthanoid series or 4F series and actinoid series or 5F series. So these both the series are having 14 elements each. Okay students, now we will start our discussion with D block elements or transition elements. So as you know that the D block elements show a transitional behavior between the two, that is highly electropositive S block elements and weakly electropositive P block elements, and this is why the elements of D block are referred to as transition elements, because these elements are present in between the S block elements which are highly electropositive and P block elements which are highly electronegative. So D block elements are showing transition in properties from highly electropositive to highly electronegative, and that is why these elements are known as transition elements. Then next heading is classification of transition elements. So in D block elements or transition elements, last electron enters in n-1 D subshell of the atom, n-1 D subshell of the atom, where in here this Na belongs to the number of outermost shell. So last electron enters in D subshell of penultimate shell. Okay students, and on the basis of number of D subshell, these elements can be divided in four different series, and the first series is known as 3D series, first transition series or 3D series. So as this name is indicating, in these 3D series elements, last electron is found in 3D subshell of the atom, and this is the most important series of the transition elements, because most of the questions are asked to you on the basis of this series only, and this series is having elements from scandium to zinc. Then second transition series, also known as 4D series, and this is having elements from yttrium to cadmium. Okay students, then transition series, third transition series or 5D series. In this series, those elements are present which are having their last electron in 5D subshell, and this series is from lanthanum to mercury. Okay students, and the last series, transition series, 6D series, which is having actinium and the elements up to atomic number 104 and above. Okay students, so actinium and the elements which are having atomic number more than 104. Okay, so this is the last series, fourth series. Now after this, electronic configuration of these elements. electronic configuration. So the configuration of valence shell of these elements is n-1d from 1 to 10 electrons. So D subshell with from 1 to 10 electrons, and S subshell is with from 1 to 2 electrons. So this is the valence shell configuration of transition elements. Okay students, so as you can see, configuration of 3D series elements. So in 3D series elements, last electron is present in D subshell and the outermost S subshell is having 2 electrons. Okay students, so the elements which are present in 3D series, scandium to zinc, last element is zinc, and in this series chromium and copper, these two are having exceptional configuration. Okay students, now we are moving to next page. Then why these copper and chromium are having exceptional configuration? And as we all know that full-filled state of the electron in outermost shell or half-filled state of electrons in outermost shell, these two states are comparatively more stable. And next heading, which is very important, definition of transition elements. So according to the definition of transition elements are those elements which possess incompletely filled d orbitals in their ground state or in their ions existing in chemically significant oxidation state. Okay students, so it means all d block elements cannot be considered as transition elements. Only those elements which are having incomplete d orbitals in their ground state or in their any one of the oxidation state, at least one of the oxidation state, such elements are known as transition elements. Okay students, so except copper and zinc, all other elements have partially filled d orbitals in their elementary form or ground state and are true transition elements. Okay students, so zinc and copper, these two are not having incomplete d orbitals in their ground state, so these are not true transition elements. And except these two, all 3D series elements are having partially filled d orbitals, so all other are transition elements. Now in the case of copper, the ground state configuration of copper is 3d10-4s1. In cuprous condition, copper plus ion condition, this outermost electron will be lost by this copper, so this state will be formed, and in this condition all d orbitals are fully filled of 3D shell. So in this state it again not belongs to transition elements. So these two conditions are out of transition elements condition. Now in this Cu2 plus condition, it is having a 3d9 condition of electrons in outermost d subshell, and this 3D subshell is having incomplete d orbital in this condition. Okay students, so both copper and copper ion have completely filled d orbitals. However, copper 2 ion possess partially filled d orbitals. Therefore, copper can be regarded as a transition element only in the form of Cu2 plus ion, that is in plus 2 oxidation state. Now, for the zinc atom and its ion, the configuration in ground state with complete d orbitals, and in plus 2 oxidation state again complete d orbitals. So means zinc cannot be regarded as a transition element. Okay students. Now similarly for cadmium, cadmium is having a ground state configuration with all filled d orbitals, and also in its oxidation state all filled d orbitals. Same way mercury and its ion. So cadmium and mercury cannot be regarded as transition elements. Okay students. Now hence it may be concluded that the end members of all the three transition series, zinc, cadmium and mercury, are not transition elements in the true sense. Why? Because they possess completely filled d orbitals in their elementary form as well as in their commonly existing ionic form. In fact, zinc, cadmium and mercury do not exhibit the general characteristic properties of the transition elements and behave quite differently from the rest of the elements belonging to the D block of the periodic table. Okay students, so it means zinc, cadmium and mercury are the D block elements but not transition element. Okay students.